Hi everyone, my name is Gloria Coutinho and I am curating the exhibition The Sun, the Moon and the Truth for Vivid Synergies Cohort 1. Our project manifests as a reignition, an acknowledgement and a celebration of our already existing inner connection with our natural environment and how this can guide us to rediscover ancestral wisdom in terms of our way of life through the lens of culture and traditional belief. I have had the honor of working with fellow creatives Denzel and Gretta. Denzel Muhumuza is a digital artist and Gretta is a poet and writer, and I believe that together their works form such a great resonance.
Denzel, what is the theme of this project?
Yeah.
And why that theme?
Okay. So the theme of this project, it bases around our relationship with nature. So we've been studying our relationship with nature as humanity right now, and we've come to see there's a lack of emotional intimacy in the relationship we currently have with nature, a lack of a sense of belonging, a lack of a sense of oneness, and we're attributing this to the cultural systems we exist in the global scene, things like capitalism, things like colonization, but we don't focus too much on that in the project. We talk about the solution. So the solution we've looked at is looking at our ancestors' relationship with nature and how they've maintained this oneness with nature, this oneness with spirit. And so yeah, we look at our relationship with nature in comparison with our ancestors' relationship with the natural world.
Denzel is a visual storyteller, visual artist, and Gretta is multidisciplinarian. But for this purpose of this project, she's a wordsmith. And I don't want to contain that into one format of production. So Gretta, how best would you describe your style specific for this project?
I feel like I'm more of a poet, and I've been writing poetry ever since I started loving books and writing in general. But with this particular project, as a theater person who has been doing acting, I wanted to experiment as well, different styles of like monologues and essay writing. And so I think I'm more of a poet, but open to kind of learn and explore the ability of storytelling in a very diverse way. So, yeah.
Gretta, what has been the one thing that has shocked you the most as you create work for this project?
Yes, so as she said, I'm from Rwanda, so this wasn't my first time to visit Uganda. I did when I was young, but it was my first time to actually leave and get to know people. And so going to different places in Uganda, even like I had the chance to go to the West, and the most shocking that kind of helped me in this project is to see how diverse the nature of Uganda is. Like there is hills and flat surfaces, and there is like this space where there is like nature that is just there. And where I come from in Rwanda, it's like there is population everywhere. So like looking at this made me feel the richness of just moving to another country, and also kind of adding to what we're working on. And so that was the most shocking, I think.
To you, Denzel,
Yeah.
what has been one of the most shocking things as you've gone about creating your body of work?
Yeah, the shocking part, I guess, working with another artist, and then the other artist isn't Ugandan. So Gretta is from Rwanda. So the shocking part, I guess, was I want to talk about my culture. I want to dive into my heritage. But she's not Ugandan. She doesn't know so much about Ankole culture, Ankole traditions. So that was the shocking part. But we obviously overcame it, and it was a great process because we're both learning and learning something new, something exciting, and that we can put into our work. So the shock was the cultural difference that we might have. But the thing about Rwandese culture and Ankole culture are very similar. Because when we go so way back in this project, talking about the Bachwezi, and descendants of the Bachwezi are currently in Uganda, they're currently in Rwanda, The Ankole cows that the Akamwesi brought to this world are in Uganda, are in Rwanda. So there's a lot of shared cultural heritage that we actually have. Just we have different names for different things.
What has been the one thing that has excited you the most about working with another artist, and I guess in some ways also just working independently and developing your own body of work in line with storytelling?
Nice. Man, the most exciting part has been the self-discovery. I've learned so much about my heritage. I've delved so deep into traditional spiritual systems and learning what our ancestors, how our ancestors connected with spirit. And they connected with spirit through nature is the interesting part. So places, there's so many sacred sites all around Uganda. They're like caves, mountains, rivers that people go to pray to. And these are all portals to the spiritual world. So I've been learning so much about Ugandans' understanding of spirit and spiritual connection. And it's like really real, man. There's a lot of magic happening, for lack of a better word. So it's been really exciting to like access all this knowledge and really delve into it.
What value have you learned that your words bring to the body of work in general?
I think like every art is unique, as you said, but with words, I think there is like a provocation of discussions within oneself while reading the body of work. And I feel like with visual art, it has a very beautiful way of storytelling. And when it complements with writings, there is this kind of storytelling that is diverse and very rich. And I think that my work has given it the kind of provocation of discussions in one who's going to read and get access to this whole body of work together.
The exhibition curation is aimed at delivering an immersive and stimulating experience by intertwining visual art with poetry, coexisting in the same space, as well as providing an opportunity for the audience to have dialogue through storyboarding. The exhibition is purposely situated inside a shopping mall, which is an unconventional space for contemporary art, at least here in Uganda, with the goal of reaching out to new and unsuspecting audiences, as well as cultivating interesting new conversations.
This isn't my first time at Afi Art Gallery, but it's my first time coming to an artist talk, which I think was really nice because we got to like meet the artists before we see their full art, and then what they had to say, loved it. The spiritual ancestry was something I resonate with, and the poem she put about, it was untitled, but just about yourself and learning yourself outside of other people's eyes. Highly, highly recommend you guys come for this exhibition, and I enjoyed it, I liked it.
So the studio session for the first cohort of Synergies is good. Got to see into the process of both the artists, the writer, the artist and the curator, and I'm excited for the exhibition. The topics they're talking about are pertinent as far as Uganda's history is concerned, but also concerning the topics that artists are exploring. So I'm excited to see what will come out of this in the final exhibition, and I'm glad that this project happened.
It was really nice speaks from the artists and what they are heading to. I'm looking forward to see what is going on about Afrofuturistic, because when it comes from the future, no one knows what's going to happen and things. So from the poetry and history and the visual artist, which is digital, so I want to see what is going to happen at the end.